Hi everyone, I'm just going live a little bit early today because I had a few technical difficulties yesterday, so I'm just making sure that everything is all good and it looks good to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a couple of minutes and then we will get started. So today's topic is all about amazing morning routines. You can see somebody's joined me, so just type away in the comments box. Always good to see that people are here and with me live as well. So thank you very much for joining me. So yeah, we're going to talk today about amazing morning routines, and I'm going to share with you a couple that I guess have been really quite important and resonated for me. So I'm not taking credit for them. They are not mine, but they're ones that I've implemented and have really helped me in my life. And so what I would do is I would encourage you to grab a pen and grab a bit of paper as well to just write down some of this. Obviously you'll have access to video and recording and things if you want to jump back onto it at a later point. But yeah, just we're going to be taking in quite a lot this morning, and a lot that you're going to be able to go away and implement as well. So we're bang on 7 o'clock, so let's get going. So what is Make Your Morning all about? So for me, why I wanted to set it up is there's a few different reasons. I'm going to start with the one that's all about me, first of all. So as winter approaches, as it gets a bit darker mornings, I was finding a couple of weeks back that my morning routine had been really, really good. So I was getting up, I was doing a yoga class, at 6:30 every day. So I was just literally getting out of bed, going to my yoga class and starting my day from there. And that had worked really quite well for me over lockdown. But I was finding as the darker mornings came in, that I was struggling a little bit. I was missing the odd class and it wasn't quite, I guess, as habitual for me as it had been. And I thought, you know what, now is time to kind of change it up a little bit. So I started going to bed earlier, starting to get up earlier, and started to get out in the fresh air earlier in the day, and was really finding that by going for a walk or a run first thing in the morning, by practicing a gratitude meditation, by journaling and doing a number of different things across my day, it was really, not across my day, first thing in the morning, it was really helping me across the rest of the day. So I wanted to essentially share some of that with you. I also have started Make Your Morning as a bit of an accountability thing as well. So if people want to check in at 7 o'clock each day, it gives you a bit of a focus and that regularity in your habits as well. But also gives me that accountability. So if I say weekdays from now until Christmas, I'm going to be here 7 o'clock, I sure as heck need to be up, prepared, ready and energised to do these sessions, because it takes a little bit of time to put the content together and bring it to you. So that's my first reason. The second reason is people have been sharing with me that maybe they're needing a bit of a lift at the moment. So there's obviously a lot of restrictions, a lot of things out there that we can't control, but what can we control? And how we set up our morning, how we make our morning, absolutely is something that we can control. So I'm going to share with you this morning 2 different approaches that I've read about, 2 different books, which are all about starting your morning. So let me just pop up my notes here. So the first book that I'm going to talk about is The Miracle Morning. So it's by a guy called Hal Elrod, and he talks about his own experiences, and he talks about an approach which is called savers, or what he sometimes refers to as life savers. So something that he used while he was kind of rehabilitating himself from a near fatal accident. He also said that it really helped him when he was recovering from the economic crash in 2008 in terms of his business and his work life as well. So he used this to really lift himself out of a slump. So as I said, grab a pen, grab a bit of paper, because some of what I'm going to share will be really quite useful for you. So the first word of the acronym, so SAVERS is our acronym here for our morning routine. The first word is silence. So for anybody who knows me, I talk a lot about meditation and mindfulness and really connecting into your breath. And he talks about the power of meditation, whether it be a guided practice or whether it just be Peace and quiet for yourself, some deep cleansing breaths. So something as simple as hand on chest, hand on stomach, breathing into your stomach and just imagining that you're breathing in calm and exhaling out through your mouth any tension in your body. So we'll do that for a couple of breaths. Let it all just feel like it's moving out of your body. Exhale any tension. Breathing in calm, so imagine you're inflating your stomach. And exhaling any tension. So this is something that you can do throughout your day, but in the morning, bringing in some deep cleansing breaths, in calm, exhale tension, can be a really good way of just starting to energize your body, cleanse the body, and really connect into your breath, into that presence. So that's the first one. There's obviously meditation and mindfulness recordings on this channel as well, if you want to hop into any of them in the morning too. And if anybody wants any other resources, I've got lots of different little clips too. So please do just type in the comment box and I can just send them over to you as well. So the next word of savers, A, is for affirmations. So Hal talks about affirmations being really important, and it's something that I really believe in as well. It's how do we talk to ourselves? So at the beginning of the day, I set an intention, and it's about how I want to feel, but also what do I want to focus on? So I write down, I am calm, I am focused, I am clear, I am productive. Whatever my focus is for the day, it might be I am healthy. It might be that you've got a specific goal and it's I am going to go for a walk at 9 a.m. for 30 minutes. But there's something about putting it in the present tense and writing it down, which often will ensure that we can implement things more, because it's like this accountability bit. And I always think if we can make different ways of being more accountable, it can often help. So that is the A, affirmations. V is for visualization. So I love visualization. So there's visualization meditations where you can kind of take yourself off to a different space. I did a little exercise on the session yesterday about visualizing. How do you want to feel in 6 months' time? What do you want to see? What do you want people to be saying? What do you want to hear yourself saying? And it can be a really good way of just visualizing what it is you want. You may have heard of the concept of vision boards as well. So creating a vision board of all the different areas of your life. So like your relationships, your work, your home, your career, whatever it might be, your financial status, and actually putting up some images about what you want that to look like, putting up some words to just encourage you to move towards your goals can be a really good visual thing to look at. I've got one in terms of different values that I want to display in my life and different experiences that were amazing and that I want to maybe kind of replicate something similar. I've got some goals in terms of launching my new website and different things on YouTube for work. So it just keeps me focused, but there's something about having it visual and having it in a place that you're going to see it regularly that keeps you looking towards your goals. And, there's so much research on the power of visualization, how it's used in sport for people to really visualize themselves getting to that starting line and over the finish line as well. Too, I know various athletes have used visualization to great levels of success, and people use it across their life in different areas too. So maybe something for you to look into a little bit more, and we could do a specific session on visualization across the coming months as well. So savers, what is E? E is exercise. So, we talked yesterday about moving your body, energizing yourself, getting moving. And I think for me, getting moving really early in the day can really have a positive impact on your clarity of mind, how physically fit and strong you're feeling. Also, it can impact, what you choose to eat, because often if you're exercising, it's making you more mindful of your body and how important that fuel is as well, and how you feel and your energy levels overall. So I always think with exercise, it's about choosing something that you really enjoy. It's choosing something that also is manageable. So rather than saying, I'm going to go to the gym every single day this week, why not start with 2 or 3 days a week? Why not start with manageable chunks? Why not start with that home routine that you can have there as well? So that's exercise. Now, what about the R in Savers? The R, or the R, as we say in Scotland, is about read or reading. So reading has probably been one of the things in my life that's had most of an impact on changing my mindset. So getting different ideas from people, reading personal development books, consuming content as well online. I like to listen to audiobooks. Audible has been really useful for me for that too. So I'll be consuming content while I'm doing my cleaning, for example. So reading, I would really encourage you to read. You can have access to lots of free, kind of books, content online as well, blogs, whatever it may be that you want to read as well. And there's Hal talks about if you can read 10 pages a day, the compound impact of that across your whole life, your year is huge, because it shifts your perspective and it helps you learn, and which is keeping your mental state agile as well. And the final part of Savers is scribe. So you'll have heard me talking about journaling before. Any form of writing, formulating ideas, getting focused for the day, it can be really, really good. And a few questions that I'll ask myself at the beginning of the day are, how do I want to feel? What do I want to achieve today? And I try and keep that into 3 key goals for the day, 3 key focus areas. And then I'll ask myself the question, what's concerning me about the day? Or is there anything that I'm feeling a little bit nervous about? And then ask myself the question, what positive action can I take around that? Because it's getting us into that space of being really, really focused on taking action rather than getting consumed and worrying about things. So that is Savers, and there's obviously a whole book around that. There's loads of content online as well, and you can listen to Hal himself talking about the concept, where it comes from. And one other thing he talks about is this rule of 5 minutes. So when anything negative happens, he talks about you can give yourself 5 minutes to be frustrated about it, angry about it, upset about it. But after that 5 minutes, you then have to say to yourself, I can't change it. What am I going to do about it? Is there an action that I can take? And I really like that approach as well. It really kind of hit home with me, because I can get really frustrated when people are in a space all of the time where moan and aren't doing anything about it. I always try and help people to think about, okay, well, what can we do? What can we change? What can we do that's a little bit different? Okay, so we've got a few minutes left to share the other concept. Now, I did mention it in one of my earlier videos, but for anybody who wasn't there or didn't see them, I think it's important that I just remind you of it. So from a guy called Jay Shetty, and you'll find him on Facebook. You'll find him viral in terms of he's taken his wisdom viral. His latest book, Think Like a Monk, he talks about starting your day with the acronym of TIME. So he talks about how it's really important to give yourself time, and that actually starts the evening before. Get yourself to bed an hour earlier. Give yourself that hour in the morning and use it to focus on these 4 areas. So the first T is thankfulness, gratitude. I like to write down what am I grateful for in my life, my relationships, the people, the things I've got, the experience I have, all that sort of stuff. I like to write that down. I is for insight. So insight in terms of learning something new specifically. So it kind of correlates with some of the things that Hal Elrod was saying as well. So this can be watching something on YouTube. It can be reading something. Consume something that is new for you, that you don't already know. Go and research something, watch something, listen to something, physically read a book, and it can really impact the start of your day and shift your perspective too. M is for meditate. So again, be mindful, bringing meditation into the start of your day, doing a regular practice. He talks about doing longer practices as well. And there's lots of different sessions you can attend. Mine, I know Jay Shetty's doing lives as well at 5:30 every evening at the moment too. So there's so many different free resources. There's different apps out there. There's Headspace, there's Insight Timer, there's Calm. all of these ones that are all very good, that have all got access to free meditations too, and on YouTube as well. There's so much content out there as well. And the final part is exercise. So again, correlation with the Savers model there as well. Move your body, stretch, yoga, walking, running, Zumba, put on your favourite tunes, dance a little bit, whatever you want to do at the beginning of the day that's going to move your body. Do a few jumping jacks, I always say, during the day, when you're sitting at your desk, or when you're maybe quite sedentary in the house at times. Just get up, move your body, stretch, and do a few jumping jacks, do a few high knees, do a few steps around the house, whatever it might be. Energise yourself, jump outside, do a little loop around your garden, go out into the street, something like that, just to move your body. The more that we can regularly move our body, especially first thing in the morning, the more we're going to be energised as well. So I would really recommend that with both of those concepts, look into them, read into them, choose one thing or one approach that would work for you. I have been working with the time model recently, but just as I've been kind of preparing content for this, it's really helped me to kind of revisit some of Hal Elrod's work, and I really want to bring in a bit more visualization stuff to my day. So find something that works for you, add in other little rituals that you really enjoy doing and you feel energize you in the morning as well. So I'd really encourage you to just think about what one thing has really struck you from this video and go and take some action around that. I'm going to be back here tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Thank you to everyone who's joined me live and to everybody who's going to watch on the replay. I'm also going to be launching my new website tomorrow, so I'll share that with you too. And meantime, you can find me over on Facebook or on LinkedIn as well, just by searching my name, Karen Bonner. Thanks everyone, take care, and feel free to leave any comments or feedback in the comments box as well. Take care, bye bye.